Okay, guys, good morning and welcome.
Morning.
Okay, guys, just give me 1 second. Okay. Now, guys, any questions? No, stay on. Guys. Sinka. Freaking thing, man. Okay. So, what did we say the other day? G-frame. We said G-frame. We said frame rate. And we said temporal resolution. Now, the first factor was depth of image. And when that was great, we had a great G-frame, we had a low frame rate, and we had a poor temporal resolution. Whereas on the other hand, if it was low, we had a low G-frame, we had a great frame rate, and we had a good temporal resolution. Our other factor was mainly going to be number of pulses per frame. And this was going to be determined by 3 things. Individually. We said one was single focus versus multifocus. where we could say that in case of single focus, we had a low G frame, greater frame rate, and our temporal resolution in that case is okay, would be good. Whereas if we did the other way around, we could say the multiple focal points will increase our G frame, reduce the frame rate, and cause that the temporal resolution was going to be poor. Next was so you can say second size. There. If you, for instance, say, okay, there's a great sector size, there will be a greater G frame, lower frame rate, and a lower frame rate, a poor temporal resolution, or the other way around. Now, our last factor was line density, which we mainly said was, if that was low, we would have a low G frame, a great frame rate, and a good temporal resolution, or the other way around. Did you guys recall that?
Yes.
Now, what I said was that we now mean, yes, okay, we're going to just, okay, compare the temporal resolution to, we can first say, yes, okay, the axial resolution. Where we mean, yes, okay, already know that, okay, yes, axial resolution was dependent upon pulses. Yeah, okay. Likewise, yes, okay, we were also going to, yes, okay, compare, yes, okay, the temporal resolution against lateral resolution. Okay. The lateral resolution mainly was going to be as okay, depending upon as okay the beam. Now, guys, to do that, what we mainly as okay just can say is that, okay, so let's just go back here. That if your temporal resolution is good, that mainly calls that okay, yes, your axial resolution will be bad, and vice versa. Whereas okay, if this here was bad, now going to be because your actual resolution will be good. Did that make sense? Likewise, so the temporal resolution. If you consider that again, it's okay to be good. And bad, well, that's going to cause it, okay, when your temporal resolution was good, that was going to mean that your lateral resolution will be good, and vice versa. Did that make sense?
Mike, what does it say in the green under lateral?
B.
Okay, thank you.
That was pretty much okay at what was going to deter, or you can say it's okay, your lateral resolution, it is dependent upon, you can say it's okay, characteristics of your beam, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay, guys. Now let us just look at this. And we can take this one here first. Now, when we said, for instance, okay, that our temporal resolution, yes, okay, was good. Instance. Yeah, okay. Now, why would it be good? Mainly because, okay, the main factor that we will talk about here is going to be that we have a line density which was low. Now, if you guys still didn't recall or still don't understand, but that's okay. The bird line here actually is okay, it comes from the term scan line. Where scan line mainly is okay is going to be a pulse. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Whereas, okay, yes, density mainly as okay was just going to be as okay that concentration of, well, okay, yes, what we could call it, okay, the pulses. Okay. It's okay. Per degree angle. But please, that's going to be as okay, your degree angle of your image of your sector. So what we mainly can say is if we take, sorry, two sectors, we can say it's okay, they have the same degree of angle. That's okay. The sector size is equal to the sector size. So they are the same shape or same size. Yeah, okay. Even yes, okay. depths of the image is the same. And we can say it's okay. Focal point is the same too. But where we here, for instance, okay, may say that we have a low line density, whereas over here, it's okay, your line density is going to be high. Yeah, okay. So what would that low line density mainly mean? Lesser number of pulses. Whereas here, it's okay, this high line density will mean that you have a greater number of pulses. Of course, that's okay per degree angle. But let's just say that, okay, here is okay, or degree angle for both of these here is the same because the sector size is the same as well. Did you guys get that? Okay. So what we mainly is okay, we'll get in this image here is okay, mainly because of a low line density. Well, okay, yes, that will give us a good temporal resolution. Whereas the one with the great line density, that will give us a poor temporal resolution. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Now, when we said that, and earlier we mentioned that, okay, since we have a good temporal resolution, now that is going to give us a poor axial resolution. Whereas, okay, on the other hand, this poor temporal resolution here, so okay, will give us a curve better, it's going to be giving us a good axial resolution. Or more likely as okay, good spatial resolution. But anyways, good. Why is that? Because here is okay, we have a lower concentration of the pulses. So due to a low line density, that mainly will mean that, okay, yes, that there's going to be as okay. You can see as okay, a greater gap or space between the pulses. Yeah, okay. Whereas was along the scan line of these pulses here is okay from where we got our axial resolution. Yeah, okay. But to get a good temporal resolution, we actually is okay compromised on the axial resolution by because it's really reducing the line density. Okay, because what do we have is okay these areas between pulse to pulse to pulse. Well, okay, in this area here, it's okay, all this area here, that's going to be as okay an area with because it's okay no pulses. And if there's no pulses traveling in, okay, it's a bigger area of your image. What that mean? That, okay, yes, your system doesn't have anything to just, okay, calculate or determine your exit resolution. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Or let me put it this way, guys. I send you guys to watch a movie. Clear? Okay. Now, when you are going to, yes, okay, watch a movie, what is it that you mainly, yes, okay, are concentrated upon? How the things are moving, right? Clear? Okay. So when you come out and I say, okay, so did you see that scene where the car was, okay, speeding down the road? You say, yeah, I saw that. I noticed that. That was mainly, yes, okay, where I was focused on. Did that make sense? So in that case, yes, okay, what did you get? You have made, yes, okay, been focused, or your main aim was, yes, okay, get a good temporal resolution. But if I ask you, what was written on the logo of the helmet that the driver was wearing? You say, wonder how I know that. That was not what I was looking at. Okay. That would have been, yes, okay, what you have got in case of, okay, having I've been focusing more on your exit resolution or spatial resolution. Did that make sense? Okay, because you have, I was not looking at that. I was maybe, yes, okay, just focused on, okay, boom, yes, okay, that car is moving down the street. Did you guys get that? Okay, so to get a good exit resolution, well, okay, that's when you may have to compromise on your temporal resolution. But likewise, okay, to get a good temporal resolution, you may compensate a bit on your, in this case, yes, okay, exit resolution. Okay, okay. So the better your temporal resolution, well, okay, poor is going to be, okay, in this instance here, is okay, your exit resolution. Okay, by increasing, yes, okay, by decreasing the line density. Okay, because what is it that the line stands for is the scan lines. Scan lines is just another name for your pulses. So mainly, yes, okay, by decreasing the pulses, what do you have? There's going to be, okay, a lot of areas in your image that are going to be, you can say, okay, deficient or missing upon the pulses. Clear? Okay, okay. And if that's the case, that's okay. You may, okay, get, okay, it's a good recording of the movement, the motion, the changing of location, or so, but not on your, you can say it's okay, spatial resolution, or in this case, it's okay, exit resolution. Did that make sense? Whereas, okay, yes, on the other hand, if we said that we have a rate line density. Oh, Wednesday here's okay. What do we have? We have a great line density. Now, what do you know about the increased line density? Yes, okay, that's going to increase your G frame, reduce your frame rate, and by reducing your frame rate, you will end up with a poor temporal resolution. But compared to this image over here, you can mainly see that, okay, yes, what do we have? That compared to over here, it's okay. This is a lesser space between, yes, okay, two consecutive pulses, right? Clear? Okay. Here we only had, let's say, 4 pulses in our image or in our sector. Whereas over here, it's okay, we have the double, we have 8. So this is going to have, okay, yes, a chi frame, which is twice that of this fellow here. So due to a greater chi or chi frame, which is twice it, the frame rate is going to be half, which is going to cause that, okay, as compared to this image over here, yes, okay, we will have a poor temporal resolution. But due to, yes, okay, the increased number of pulses, in the area that are missing out, for instance, okay, here, 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 and here. In this frame here, we actually, yes, okay, get a good exit resolution. But that good exit resolution mainly is okay, going to, yes, okay, compromise on your temporal resolution. If that makes sense. So the similar scenario that we have here, I send you to watch a movie. Okay. Okay. Now you may not be as okay that focused on the things that actually is okay in direct motion. So when you come out and I say, okay, did you see that car moving? You say, yes, okay, a little bit. Well, it's okay. I tended to, yes, okay, be more focused on the lady walking on the sidewalk. Clear, okay? Or standing on the sidewalk, let's put it that way. Clear, okay? Okay, so that would be as okay, you can say it's okay, a good exit resolution, but as okay, what did that do? Compromise on your temporal resolution. Did you guys get that? So due to, yes, okay, the greater number of pulses, what did that tell you? Well, okay, as the greater number of pulses we will have a better exit resolution for now. In a later chapter, that will also lead to, yes, okay, a better, what we can call spatial resolution. Okay, but that is going to, yes, okay, compromise on your temporal resolution. Okay, but when is it that you want to, yes, okay, yes, okay, go and, okay, yes, try to, yes, okay, develop a good temporal resolution is mainly, yes, okay, if you are scanning on an object which is either moving. By moving, yes, okay, that can mean either, yes, okay, changing its position or changing its shape or form. Clear? Okay. Whereas any object which is stagnant, stationary, stays in place, there's really not much of a point of, okay, yes, going for a good temporal resolution. Because, okay, an object which is not moving, that's okay, you take a picture. Now you take a picture 2 minutes later, 5 minutes later, an hour later, and overlap those pictures with one another. That's how it's okay movies are made, right? Okay. It's just going to say, well, okay, it was here and it's here. Nothing has changed. Right, okay. Have you guys seen how they make cartoons? Not now, yes, okay. Nowadays it's more like okay, computer based, but it's okay back in the days. they were actually, yes, okay, have artists which will mainly, yes, okay, be sitting there and, yes, okay, drawing your Cinderella. Frames and frames and frames and frames and frames and frames of, okay, Cinderella. And then they made us, okay, we'll run those frames and, okay, let's take a picture of each of them, and that will make the reel. But you can again say, it's okay, the higher the frame rate, the more smooth of a movement was it that you will have of, okay, a Cinderella is, okay, making that, okay, that dance move or whatever. Or wearing, it's okay, the glass slipper that she dropped off. Does that make sense? Clear? Okay. And of course, that's okay if you want, that's okay. If you want to have, okay, as a high frame rate, there has to be, as okay, a lesser and lesser difference between consecutive frames or pictures. So that will give you, as okay, a good temporal resolution. Did that make any sense? Okay. But, a good temporal resolution is going to, okay, compromise on your, in this instance here, it's okay, your exit resolution. Did that make sense? Exit resolution, what did that do? The better exit resolution need more pulses to scan. Okay. Now the next fellow, where we may say it's okay. Okay, sorry. And we compare it's okay, the temporal resolution with a lateral resolution. And when we mainly say that, okay, a lateral resolution is okay, that was going to be as okay. Mainly as okay, determined by the beam. We could say it's okay, the beam diameter. Okay. So guys, throughout, if you take a beam here, at what point would you find, for instance, okay, a good lateral resolution? Where would a beam have a good lateral resolution?
In the focal zone.
Or at the focus, right? Clear? Whereas, okay, as, or okay, it would be bad, and okay, as areas like this, and areas like this. By here, is okay, you can mainly say focus is going to cause us, okay, the lateral resolution should be good. But that was going to cause us, okay, the temporal resolution should be bad. And why was that? Where again, it's okay, still can say it's okay that we have two similar images, same sector shape or size. So the sector sizes are equal. We can even say it's okay that the depth of our image is equal. We even say that, okay, yes, that the line density is the same. Right, okay. Whereas in this case, yes, okay, we only had one focal point. Where here, this was a focal point, this was a focal point. If we just name them and say it's okay, A and B. Now in A, what would we have? Mainly it's okay, just due to it's okay, one focal point or temporal resolution would be good. Whereas okay in B, due to yes okay or two focal points, yes okay, the temporal resolution will be bad. Why bad? Because of a greater Chi frame that led to a lower frame rate. Why? Because okay, in this case, it's okay, there was still it's okay an increased number of pulses in this frame here. Whereas okay, in A, yes, okay, we had a good temporal resolution due to just one focal point. So yes, okay, lesser number of pulses, that's okay, a lower Chi frame and a higher frame rate. Yeah, okay. But what that single focal point here meant, that it was okay along this depth here, it's okay that the beam will lead to its narrowest point. So it's okay, we're going to be at this point here, it's okay, only at this depth here that we had a good lateral resolution. Whereas in this case, yes, okay, what did we have? Yes, okay, we can say that, okay, yes, the beam had two focal points, this depth here and this depth here, right? Did that make sense? Which may mean that, okay, yes, first, the beam was, okay, reached to its narrowest at this depth here. Now, what would it cause? That would be a point here, as okay, where we had a improved lateral resolution. But that improved lateral resolution, well, okay, good. But it's okay, even here, at this depth here as well. Because this was another focal point that we had said that, okay, here again, yes, okay, the beam will have an improved lateral resolution. Okay. So that's okay, throughout your image, here you will have a good lateral resolution, here you will have a good lateral resolution. So that's okay, in this image here, we can say, okay, in B, what do we have? There's a better lateral resolution, but that comes with a price of a poor or bad temporal resolution. Due to the, in this case, it's okay, the increased number of focal points. Whereas over here, we only had one focal point. Okay, so this was only going to be, it's okay, at this depth here that we had a good lateral resolution. At any point, it's okay, beyond that, it's okay, that was going to be poor. Okay, So what did we do here? We actually end up having, okay, a relatively poor lateral resolution. But, okay, mainly because just keeping one focal point, but it's okay. What that was going to lead to is that, okay, as our temporal resolution was going to be good or better than what we had over here. Did that make any sense? Yes, Christian, you want to say something there?
Oh, no, I was just saying it made sense.
It made sense. Okay, good. For any of the girls, did it or didn't it make sense? If it made sense, let me know. If it didn't, then let me know as well.
Yeah, it made sense.
Made sense.
Sure? Okay, guys. So poor temporal resolution give you a better spatial resolution, because lateral resolution, elevation resolution, axial resolutions were what we combined you could call spatial resolutions. Although that's okay in a later chapter, that's okay. Chapter 15, going to talk about a specialized resolution, or okay, another resolution named as spatial resolution. Okay, guys. So, how does this chapter go? Not as bad as you thought in the first place?
I
Yes.
think we'll know better when we answer questions.
When we go to questions, okay, yeah. Okay, let me ask you. Have you grasped the concept? Have you been able to grasp the concept?
Think so.
You think so? Good. Okay. Now, what you just have to be is okay, a little bit is okay, you can say careful about is going to be as okay. Look at the wording of the questions. What they have given you and what they ask you to determine. Again, it's okay, dear guys. It's mainly going to be based on your relationships. Clear? Right. So what is going to just okay affect your T frame? Will also affect your frame rate, but just inversely and reciprocally. Okay. Okay. Good. to have this. Guys, welcome back.
Mike,
Okay, yeah,
we all talked and we're willing to compromise and take it on the 12th.
the 12th.
Yeah,
So that's the date that you fits all of you guys.
yes.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, any day works for me.
Okay.
So let's see. Okay. That's fine. So you want the last 2-3 days for revision?
Yes, please.
Good. So since it's fourth, we're gonna see if so 7, 8, 9 of February can be days for your revision. Okay, guys, that's fine. Okay, so it's updated on Brightspace, and let me just do one other picture. Okay, good. No, that's fine, guys. Okay, guys. Now let's look what the question looks like for this chapter here. So guys, just so you guys know what I'm talking about, we are on question number 1, page 210. So that's where we were starting from, right? Okay. Now, question number 1, okay, which of the following resolutions improve when the frame rate increases? The frame rate increase, pretty much okay, that's what that will lead to, that's okay, an improved temporal resolution. But please keep in mind, guys, that okay, as this increase in frame rate here could also be rephrased into if the T frame decreases as well, will also lead to an improvement of the temporal resolution. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Number 2, which of the following is consistent with improved temporal resolution? Yeah, okay. Improved temporal resolution means that's okay, just as we had in the previous question. is a higher frame rate. Or again, it's okay lead to an improved temporal resolution. Or this higher frame rate here could also be as okay a lower T frame. Okay. Where both of these, not just your lower T frame, but even a higher frame rate, would be consistent to say as okay that we had okay the shallow depth of the image. We had lesser focal points. You can say it's okay, we had a smaller sector size, and we had, sorry, a lower line density. All these will contribute to a lower G frame, which will be a higher frame rate, will be as okay improve this. Is that clear? Okay. Now more detail, guys. More detail is okay. Will be the opposite. Okay. Or more detail be. That mean better. For instance, okay, exit resolution, better letter resolution, and things like that. Okay, that you are able to, yes, okay, see what was written on the logo of the helmet of that speed car racer. Okay, things like that. Any questions, guys?
No.
Question number 3. So all of the following, yes, okay, will decrease the temporal resolution. You can say, okay, decrease. Oh, it's okay with me. Also going to mean that's okay. That is going to be it's okay. Degrade the temporal resolution. Okay. Now they're giving us 4 options here. That's okay. And what is it going to actually? Yes, okay. And the mean is okay. Are asking us, okay, find the one that improves your temporal resolution. Okay, because all of the following is going to just okay, decrease or degrade or reduce your temporal resolution, except from. So this is going to one that improves your temporal resolution, that you will have to choose that answer. Okay, so a lower frame rate. Now, lower frame rate, guys, is going to be as okay, decrease your temporal resolution. Deeper imaging. Clear, okay. Now, deeper imaging is also going to just okay, reduce your frame rate, and in that case, okay, reduce the temporal resolution. Right. That's okay, deeper image. Now, this deeper image could also be said, okay, increasing or increased depth, for instance, right? Okay. Multifocal. So again, that's okay. Multifocus. Now, the Korean says, okay, increase in focal points. Also, it's okay, decrease your temporal resolution by decreasing the frame rate because of an increased T frame. Okay, so the narrower sector, if we went from a wide sector to a narrow sector, that is going to just improve or increase the temporal resolution, mainly because of a lower T frame that will lead to a greater frame rate, and greater frame rate, better or improved temporal resolution. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Good. Question number 4. Now, a sonographer has adjust ultrasound scan to double the depth of view from 5 centimeters to 10 centimeters. What happens to the frame rate? So what do we have here? He says, we had a depth of image, so it's 5 centimeter. That is doubled to a depth of 10 centimeters. And what they mean is, just ask us, that's what happens to the frame rate? Now your frame rate here mainly is just going to be halved. Why? Because based on the data that you can see is that as your T frame is also doubled. Did that make sense? And what did we say that T frame and frame rate were? So T frame is was inversely proportional to frame rate, but not only that. T frame multiplied by frame rate. That's that product was going to be equal to 1. So what happened? Well, what did we have as a T frame? It was doubled. The frame rate is halved. So 2 divided by the 2 being halved is equal to 1. Did that make sense? But had they given you is the same data and asked you what will happen to your T frame as you double the depth? Well, yes, it will increase twice. Did you get that?
Yes.
Question number 5. Now, sonographer adjusts the ultrasound scan to double the depth to view from 5 centimeters to 10 centimeters. Now, here we go. So it's okay. This is where we go. Yes, okay. That the depth is doubled. Okay. From, okay, yes, 5 centimeters to 10 centimeters. Now, if the frame rate remains the same, which of the following also occurs? Now, what remaining says will say is okay that here is okay that the frame rate here equals to the frame rate here, right? Which may mean that okay, the chi frame for this one here would have been the same as the chi frame for this one here. Although yes, okay, the depth has been doubled. Did that make sense? Clear? Okay. So what they're asking us, okay, which of the following is also, or which of the following also occurs? Did that make sense? Now, guys, the main thing that you would like to look for is mainly it's okay going to be something that would have caused a decrease in your chi frame and or an increase in the frame rate. That's going to be the one that will be your answer. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
And that will mainly cause that, okay, that decrease in the chi, or that factor that would have increased the chi frame over here. Mainly that's okay, will cause that, okay, the chi frame would have been the same, although it's okay, the depth, sorry, had been doubled. So what do we have? An increase in line density. Now, an increase in line density, guys, what would that do? That would actually, it's okay, further increase the chi frame, and actually, it's okay, I call the further decrease in your frame rate. So that cannot be the one. Clear? Okay. Now, what they say is okay, wider sector. That okay, not only is okay, did you increase the depth, but you also is okay, increase the sector size. Now, that increase in sector is going to just okay cause a further increase in your chi frame and a further decrease in the frame rate on top of okay as the increase in depth. So that doesn't make the sense either. Multi-focus is turned on. Now, guys, not only did you increase the depth, you also as okay went from one focal point or okay to as okay multiple focal points. What do we know about that increasing of your focal point or number of focal points is that I was going to just okay further increase your chi frame, which will cause a further decrease in the frame rate. On top of just okay, this being increased and this being decreased, or even just okay by just turning on the increasing the depth of your image. But if you, for instance, yes, okay, narrow the sector, even though yes, okay, you increase the depth, That narrowing the sector, what would that cause? That would cause, okay, that your chi frame would decrease. Although it's okay, the depth was increased, and what I call, okay, as an increase in the frame rate. But that that's increase in the frame rate is going to, yes, okay, still cause, okay, these two will have the same frame rates because this increase in depth here would have decreased the frame rate or increased the chi frame, but it comes to the same. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Anybody who didn't? It's like saying, yes, okay, you can put it this way, that, okay, yes, you have $5. Somebody gave you $5. Clear, okay, yes, okay, the depth increased by 5 centimeters. But then the question is going to be, yes, okay, but even though, yes, okay, you got $5 given by somebody, you will still have only $5. How is that going to work? Then you mainly say, okay, there got to be somebody who is, okay, as I get $5, takes $5. Did that make sense? Okay. So it's made as, okay, just asking you, it's okay. And what are you still going to be ending up with? Okay, it's just $5 in your hand. So yes, okay, the challenge gave you a factor which actually was going to increase your chi frame, reduce your frame rate. But this says, okay, even though increasing the depth, you still have the same chi frame or the same frame rate. So what other adjustments should be done to cause that? That's pretty much what they asked about. So it's all about, yes, okay, your relationships. Because what is that narrowing of the sector is going to do? Increase the frame rate. Okay. But which had been decreased by, yes, okay, increasing of the depth. Did you guys get that? Okay. Okay, question number 6. Now, sonographer is okay, adjust an ultrasound machine to change the sector size from 90 degrees to 45 degrees. So we have a sector here. We says, okay, this was 90 degrees, but what is that this sonographer does? He reduces it down to 45 degrees. Okay, so how will we actually talk about this? That's going to be as okay, half of the sector size. Or in this case, we can technically say that the sector size is okay. What is that going to do? That's actually is okay, reduced to half. Did that make sense? Clear? Okay. Now nothing else changes. What does it mean by nothing else changes is that depth here is the same. We can say it's okay. Number of focal points in both images is going to be same. If it was 1 here, it's going to be 1 here. If it was 2 here, it's going to be 2 here. If it's 3 here, then it's going to be 3 here. Clear? Okay. Even then, yes, okay, and even if it says okay, what else? That okay, a line density is going to be the same. Clear? Okay. Okay. So any other factor that okay could have okay as change or rate or T frame or frame rate are unchanged. The only thing that changed was just okay the sector size that we actually is okay decreased it to half. Now what they mainly is okay just ask us is that what happens to the frame rate. Clear? Okay. Now by decreasing your sector size, that is going to lead to an increase in the frame rate. Clear? Okay. Actually, we can say here, okay, that here is okay, the frame rate is going to be twice of what it was here. Because the sector size is halved. So here's okay, your frame rate is doubled. Did that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Had it been the same question, the same detail saying it's okay, sonographer is okay, it changes the sector size from this okay 90 degrees to 45, everything remains the same. And okay, what happens to your Chi frame? Okay. Now first, yes, okay, your Chi frame will decrease. Okay, but you can even go and say, okay, decrease to half. Which may or mean that, okay, I had the Chi frame over here, for instance, being 1 second. Or Chi frame over here would have been half a second. Just for instance. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Question number 7. Now, a sonographer has, okay, adjust the system to change the sector size from 90 degrees to 45 degrees. The frame rate was unchanged. What else must have changed? Okay, again, pretty much, okay, you look at the wording, beginning is the same. Okay, we start from a sector size of 90 degrees to 45 degrees. What we mainly can say here is that, okay, that's what has changed. That the sector size is halved. Did you get that? Did that make sense? And what they mainly say is that, okay, yes, in spite of this, the frame rate for both of our things here is okay for both of our images would have been the same, which mainly would mean that okay, when the frame rate are the same, that will mainly mean that okay, that our chi frames would also have been the same. Although we know, guys, that decreasing the sector size to half, right? Okay, that decrease in the sector size, what would that lead to? That would lead to a increase in the frame rate or decrease in the chi frame. Clear? Okay. So pretty much okay, it's the same as we had in question number 5. The same concept is being as okay asked here. Clear? Okay. But yes, okay, what we mainly as okay just will need to look for is any factor that either would have okay has increased the chi frame, or yes okay on the other hand okay would have reduced the frame rate. Because although yes okay the sector size is increased, but that could be a factor which we're having, which leads to is okay a increase in the frame rate or decrease in the chi frame. But what we need to look for is okay is anything that okay is could cause an increase in the chi frame or reduce in the frame rate, or had also been a change that has been made to cause that okay in spite of increase it's okay reducing the sector size, that our chi frame or frame rate still remains the same. Okay, so let's just look at okay what option do we have. The temporal resolution is doubled. Yeah, okay. Which mainly have meant that temporal resolution is double, that we can mean says okay that frame rate would have been doubled. That doesn't make sense because we need to look for something that decrease your frame rate and not increase your frame rate, right? Okay. Okay. The sector size was doubled. Well, okay, that can't be the answer either. Sector size doubled. Well, okay, that's, I mean, that's okay, just the exact opposite of what they gave us here. Okay, saying that the sector size is doubled mean that okay, it was 90. It took it to 45, but that's okay, just is 90. So that means okay, just contradicting the data that we were given in the question. The line density is doubled. Now, let us just put it this way, guys. Say it's okay that here we find says okay, had a line density of 1 per degree angle. Where okay, if we double the line density as okay, then here is going to be as okay 2 per degree angle. Clear? Okay. So what's going to be as okay the number of pulses per frame here? 90 pulses per frame. What are we going to have over here? 2 pulses per degree angle times 4 times 2, 45. 90 pulses per frame. And since we had okay the same number of pulses in frame, that's going to cause that they will have the same chi frame rate, chi frame, and same frame rate. All the sector size was reduced. So yes, okay, this fellow, yes, okay, it could be the answer that we are looking for. But let's just see what the last one is. the imaging depth was halved. Okay. Now, I don't know why. Which is okay. This one is that's about 10 centimeters and it becomes 5 centimeters. Okay, that should have given it as well. Image depth is halved. That as well should have reduced the G frame. Yeah, okay. Even further. So yes, okay. That cannot be either. Okay. So the only option that made sense here is, well, okay, so if the line density was doubled. Okay. Where we end up with, okay, yes, same number of pulses per frame. Although, yes, okay, the sector size was reduced. But due to that, yes, okay, that causes, okay, the G frame of both of these frame here is going to be the same, which causes that they will both have the same frame rate. Any questions, guys? Yes.
No.
Good. Question number 8. Now, a sonographer using a phased array ultrasound system turns off the multifocus focus. Okay. So what do we have? What the main is, okay, just mean here is, okay, is that they were using, okay, as a phased array, which means it's okay, enable you to, we can say, okay, focus at multiple points. Did that make sense? Okay. Turns are okay, yes. So yes, okay. Turns are the multifocus. So what he or she does is that, okay, yes, turn off the multifocus. We say it's okay. That's how, okay, that's one point. Right, okay. What is most likely the consequence of this action? Now, what is this action here going to lead to? Well, his frame rate decrease. No, rather vice versa. The frame will increase. Clear? Okay. Its temporal resolution degrades. No. It will actually, it's okay, improve. Imaging depth is increased. No. Nothing happens to your imaging depth. Imaging depth is the same. Okay, please guys, so please do not confuse imaging depth with focal depths. Clear? Okay. The only thing about it, okay, the only thing that, okay, you can say about focal depth being related to imaging depth is that, okay, the focal depth has to be in the range of your imaging depth. You can't have an image of 5 centimeters deep and try to focus at a depth of 7 centimeters or 10 centimeters. Right, okay. Likewise, okay, out there when you drive these days, okay, when it's foggy, your visibility may be only up to 3 feet, so you won't be able to focus on something which is 6 feet ahead of you, right? Because you can't see there. Did that make sense? Okay, but increasing or decreasing your focal depth does not mean increasing or decreasing the depth of image. Did you guys get that? Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so the temporal resolution improves. Of course, that's okay if we turn off the multifocal point. I mean, it's okay, just focus at one point. Okay, that's going to lead to an improved or that's okay, increase in temporal resolution. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Good. So all these answers here, okay, are from your spreadsheet that we just remade this morning. Question number 9. A sonographer has okay increased the line density of from 1 line to per degree of a sector to 3 lines per sector per degree of the sector. So what do we have? We have a sector. We have a sector. Okay, let's just say it's okay. Now here it doesn't say okay. So what we have is that okay, yes, that the line density is increased. Here we had 1 line per degree angle. To 3 lines per degree angle. Yeah, okay. So we can actually say, okay, the line density is increased by 3. Or we can say, okay, increased 3 times. Yeah, okay, which is most likely going to be the consequence of this action here. Okay, so increasing of the line density. It could have been from 2 to 3, it could have been from 4 to 6, it could have been whatever. That's not the question here. Okay, here is meaning as okay, that's okay, yes, an increase in the line density. Okay, does that increase the frame rate? Which means okay, does this one here have a greater frame rate? No. As a matter of fact, over here, it's okay, we will have a lower frame rate. If the temporal resolution decreased, we can say it's okay, that is true. That okay, yeah, the temporal resolution is decreased because of decrease in the frame rate that we just, that's okay, confirmed from the previous option. Okay. Well, let's just see what we also have. Imaging quality decreases. Now, I don't like the word imaging quality. The better option should have been something like, okay, as that the spatial resolution. Does that increases or improves? Yes. Because what do we have here? Greater number of pulses. Okay, but what they said is, does it decrease? No, it does not. It's actually going to be improving. Okay. Does temporal resolution increase? So mainly it's okay, just the opposite of what we had here. That we have okay as an increase in the temporal resolution? No. As a matter of fact, that would be a degraded or decreased temporal resolution. Did that make sense? You guys. Question number 10. Now, a sonographer has okay reduced the sector angle from 90 degrees to 30 degrees. So what would that mean? That there's a reduce in sector size to 1/3, right? Did that make sense? Did you guys get that?
Yeah.
Good. Now, what it also said is, okay, as we did this, oh, this is a weird system because, okay, it would actually, it's okay, increase the line density from 1 to 2 pulses per degree angle. So on one half, on one side, is okay, we had a decrease in the sector size, but on the other side, we had an increase in the line density. But here's okay, the change in line density, sorry, sector size from 90 degrees to 30 degrees. The increase in the line density is 1 pulse per degree angle. 2 is okay, 2 pulses per degree angle. Okay, what will happen to the frame rate? Now, guys, to get this one here, it's okay. What do you want to let's okay do is we actually it's okay want to it's okay calculate the number of pulses. But this image here compared to the number of pulses in this image here. And then compare that. And use on based on that, it's okay, which says okay. How will that affect our number of, or how will that affect our frame rate? But we can see it's okay, what we have here. We had a sector size of 90 degrees. Where there was just 1 pulse per degree angle. So in this case, yes, okay, what's going to be the total number of pulses? In this frame here is going to be as okay, 90 pulses per frame. Did you guys get that? Whereas over here, we do the very same. Okay, but we say it's okay, we had a 30-degree angle. But in 30-degree angle, yes, okay, that was going to be as okay, 2 pulses per degree angle. So in this case, yes, okay, what do we have? We end up having, yes, okay, a total of 60 pulses per frame. Where we now can say, yes, okay, we started with, okay, yes, a great number of pulses per frame, ended with a lower number of pulses per frame. Yeah, okay. Now, the lower the number of pulses per frame, now that's going to cause, just okay, cause a reduced T frame. And that reduced T frame actually is okay, will lead to a increase frame rate. So the frame rate will increase. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. But the same question, if they asked what's going to be, it's okay, the effect upon your T frame. By these changes here, it's okay. You guys say it's okay. This frame here is okay, we'll have a lower T frame. This frame here will have a greater T frame. Primarily because of the number of greater pulses. Yeah, okay. Now, had they asked and said, okay, that the system is okay, that the sector size is reduced from 90 degrees to 30 degrees. But at the same time, that's okay, the system automatically is okay, go from 1 pulse per degree angle to 3 pulses per degree angle. Then in both cases, okay, what we have had? We had 90 pulses per frame here. And it would have been the same over here because it's okay, 30 times 3. 30-degree angle, and okay, 3 pulses per degree angle will still have been 90 pulses. So in that instance, okay, the chi frame would have been the same, the frame rate would have been the same. Did that make sense? Did that make sense?
Yes.
Clear? Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay, sorry. This for me is okay, just your question. I'm sorry. Question number 12. Now, which of the following is most important in determining the freight rate of a system? Now, which of the following is the most important factor to determine the frame rate of the system? Now, guys, when you look at these options here, there's only one of the 4 that determines the frame rate. And that was okay, yes. Speed of sound in the medium. Although, as I said already, this one here was not adjustable, right? Clear, okay. But it will still have, okay, as an effect on your frame rate. Okay. Another factor that, okay, as determine your frame rate was depth of image, which, okay, yes, as we said, was adjustable. But okay. The dynamic range of your receiver. Now, what the dynamic range is, we'll briefly talk about that in chapter 15. Not 15, sorry, 14 and 16. Okay, transducer of the frequency transducer. Well, that's not going to have any effect on your temporal resolution. And transmitter output. Just another name for your power output. That's not going to have any effect on your frame rate either. So the only one here is okay that made any sense was speed of sound. Or if you still, it's okay, don't believe in that. Well, okay, guys, it's written on page 198. That box does say it's okay, factors factors affecting your frame rate. Here. Oh, speed of sound in the medium was the only one that was mentioned in that box and in as a option in this question here. What do we mean by a transducer's frequency? What could be another name for a transducer's frequency?
Cycles per second.
Okay. Another name for a transducer's frequency. If I said that this here was a transducer and has a frequency of 7 megahertz, what could that frequency of 7 megahertz also be referred to as? Anybody?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. I just said, this is a transducer with a frequency of 7 megahertz. What would that 7 megahertz also be referred to as?
It's resonant frequency.
Resonant frequency. Good question. Got that? Did that fellow go under another name?
Main frequency.
Main frequency. So even if I say it's okay, resonant frequency, you say, oh, baby, yeah, that sounds resonating. Okay. Good. Now, what was the bandwidth?
The range of frequencies the transducer will.
Range of frequencies, or we can say so a range between the minimum and maximum, right? Girls. Okay. If we had two frequencies with respectively high and low frequencies, which transducer will have the greatest imaging depth? Two transducers with respectively high and low frequency, which has the greatest imaging depth?
Whichever one has a higher PRP.
The PRP is the same. Or let me phrase it this way, which will be able to just scan structures at a greater depth.
A higher frequency.
The higher frequency, okay. My dear, why would you say that?
I don't know. I was gonna say they're not related, but
No, there's got to be something.
okay, then I don't know.
Why the higher frequency?
Higher frequency transducers produce better quality images.
Okay. But if that is going to go to a depth of 15 centimeters in both cases, what would that higher frequency cause at that greater depth? or at that depth of 15 centimeters. It will most likely have attenuated more than the lower frequency transducer, right? Okay. What was attenuation? Do you recall what attenuation was? Anybody? What did that knowledge attenuate over the course of time?
Weaken.
Weaken. What will weaken? The intensity of your signals, right? Or power and amplitude and all that. And higher frequency transducer, more attenuation, right? So that's okay. Two transducers with high and low frequency, the path length is the same. Distance traveled by the sound wave, right? There will be more attenuation in the high frequency transducer versus the low frequency transducer. So that's okay. If this was a 7 megahertz transducer and a 10 megahertz transducer, this one here will attenuate more than this one. Okay. So can the word transducer frequency being replaced by a main frequency or resonant frequency? Yes, question.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it can. Right? Okay. Because what is that they mean? The same thing. Okay, transmitter output, guy, that's just going to be your power output or your transducer's output. Sure, okay. What was power output? Amount of energy, right? Clear, okay. Question number 14. Now here we go. Or did we do 13? Okay, sorry, we didn't. Oh, of course we didn't. How dare we? Or chapter 13, how dare we not answer question 13? So which of the following is most important in determining the frame rate of the system? Clear, okay. And okay, as frame rate of system. What was that going to be determined by? Primarily, depth of image. What was the other fellow? Number of pulses per frame. Clear, okay. And out of these two here, okay, which one do we have in the four options? Depth of image. Clear, okay. Or depth of view. Any questions? But the thing about these two fellows here is okay, that both of these here were adjustable. depth of image by our depth knob. This here is okay either by, because it's okay the number of focal points, the sector size, and line density. Yep. Now we can go to question number 14. Okay, what is the frame rate if each image? Now, guys, this is one of the questions that I was talking about. Okay, so pay a little bit close attention, because what is it that they gave us here? It's okay, what is the frame rate? Okay, where is the frame rate? If each image which we again is okay, also is okay, can call a frame, is created in in 0.2 or 0.02 seconds. So what is that this fellow here is? 0.02 seconds. That is actually is okay that they gave you is okay the T frame. Okay, the ERS are nice to say is okay, it's going to be is okay 1/50 of a second. Clear? Okay. But what they mean is okay, this is asking is okay, where is the frame rate? Which means it's going to be as okay, where is going to be reciprocal to 0.02 or 1/50. Which will be 50. Since now this was and the reciprocal, and that's going to be okay, where is reciprocal to this being period or time is going to be as okay frequency. Okay, so if this was our T frame, that okay is 0.02 seconds, which means that it would take 1/50th of a second for a frame to complete. Then how many frames will we have in 1 second? That's going to be your frame rate. So the frame rate was going to be as okay 50 hertz. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Okay. Now a similar question, which is question 15. Now, what is the time needed? Now, what they're asking for here is, okay, what is the time needed to make a single image? So what the mean is, okay, asking is, okay, where is your T frame? Okay, what is the time needed to make a single image? That will be as okay, the single frame or the T frame. If the frame rate of the system is 20 hertz, that occurs that we have a frame rate of 20 hertz. Now, what would the frame rate mean? That would just mean the number of frames per second. And what does it mean to have a frame rate of 20 hertz? That would mean that there are 20 frames created in 1 second. Did that make sense? So the only thing that you need to do is, okay, as what is reciprocal to the number 20. That will be 1/20. Clear, okay? And okay, yes, since this was okay as the unit of frequency, that's going to be as okay, the reciprocal for that will be as okay, unit of time, which will be seconds. So 1/20 per seconds, which means your mean. Now we don't have 1/20 as an option. Clear, okay? Okay. Now guys, 1/20 does not mean 0.2. 1/20 actually mean 0.05. If you want to know that you have the right answer, is that okay, yes, that you multiply this and this, and your product becomes 1. Or if you just say it's okay, this multiplied by this. Okay, it's here, it's okay, this whole thing is okay, was a reciprocal of this. So it comes out to the same. So it's okay, when you multiply these two, your product becomes 1. So if you are able to produce 20 frames in a second, will give us okay as a frame rate of 20 hertz, then our T frame is going to be as okay 1/20th of a second, or on the array 0.05 seconds. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. But even here, it's okay, you can say it's okay. Now the reciprocal of now what the give us was okay, yes. We had to calculate the frame rate, which became 50. Okay, but it's okay, whether you multiply 50 by 0.02, product will be 1. Or yes, okay, multiply 50 by 1/50. Of course, that's okay, it's going to become 1. Did any of this make any sense? Question number 16. So the critical factor, okay, true or false, the critical factor in determining the frame rate, line density, and imaging depth is the transducer style. That's false. Because what would have that mean? Okay, had that been true, that would mainly have meant that, okay, you can only get, okay, as a temporal resolution, or it's okay, frame rate. The line density. Or even as, okay, imaging depth. If you used a specific type of transducer. That's false. Guys, with any transducer, you can just, okay, change your imaging depth. But that was a linear phased array, a curvilinear, PPP, whichever transducer. Clear, okay. Line density is okay. That's also something that, okay, can be adjusted on the system. Okay. You can say, it's okay, frame rate, yes, okay, that determines, yes, okay, your temporal resolution. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Question 17. Again, true or false? So is this statement true? The number of lines per frame. Now, what would they mean by a number of lines per frame? What would this term here mean?
The number of pulses,
Pump it up.
the number of pulses per frame.
Exactly. Because what did the word line here come from? Sorry. That came from scan lines, right? Okay, which means, okay, just for another phrase or term for pulses. Okay, so the number of pulses per frame. Clear? Okay. Number of pulses per frame and the frame rate determine the frequency. Frequency? That's also false. As a matter of fact, it's okay now. Okay, yes. Frame rate itself is means okay, just because it's okay, a frequency of frames. Which means or means okay, how many frames per second. But that is not determined by your frequency. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Clear? Okay. So everything about this fellow here is okay, was false. Even the number of pulses per frame is not going to as okay be determined by the frequency. Question 18. That's why it's okay. You mean you can say it's okay that okay. Question 17 and 18 is okay. They look alike. So 19, okay. Okay, good. The number of lines per frame, as we just said, was number of lines per frame actually that's okay was the same as number of pulses per frame. Clear? Okay. And the frame rate. Do that determine the pulse repetition frequency? Yes. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Pretty much. Question 19. True or false? If the imaging depth of a scan is 15 centimeters and there are 100 lines in the image. Okay, guys. This dude may need some room. So what we say is, question 19. So it's okay if the imaging depth is 15 centimeters. Clear? And the number, and there are 100 lines in an image. Then the number of pulses making up the scan is 1500. So would that be true or false to say that, okay, as we have 1500 pulses per scan? Now, guys, that is false. Yeah, okay. Why? Well, okay, here, guys, okay, your 15 centimeters is just as okay to throw you off. Because you look at what it says, okay, as 100 lines in an image. That may mean that, okay, this image here, this image that we have here, is mainly as okay made up of 100 lines. Okay, we mainly mean that, okay, this here would have been. What do you mean by these lines here? Scan lines, which are pulses. So here's, okay, we had 100 pulses in the image and not 1500 pulses. Okay. Each of these pulses here has to travel to a depth of 15 centimeters and back. But that doesn't make them 1500 pulses. They're still 100 pulses. Did you guys get that?
Yeah.
Good. Watch the number 20. And again, it's okay, true or false. So if the imaging depth is 15 centimeters, okay, good. Okay, and there are 100 lines in the image. Okay, then the number of pulses making up the scan is 100. Making up the scan, which is just your image or frame. Is that 100? Well, okay, it's given right here. So that is true. Then we still have a total of 100 pulses or lines in the image. Did you guys get that? Yeah, okay. So please, 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 please make sure that you understand the thing that line means pulse line or scan lines, which means pulses. That makes sense. Or number of pulses traveling down as okay, the lanes. Okay, now you're probably not going to have a road with 100 lanes, but just put it that way. If that was the case. And if you say it's okay, then we send a car down each lane, would that be 100 cars on the road at a time? Yes. Okay, whether they travel 5 centimeters, 10 centimeters, 15 centimeters, or whatever. Hey guys. Let's look at the next question. Question number 21. Again, yes, okay, true or false. So if a scan, okay, yes, if 100 scan lines make up an image, and we say that, okay, yes, the frame rate is 30 per second. Then the transducer's frequency is 3000 hertz. That's false. Yeah, okay. Did that make sense? We could say that, okay, yes, the frame rate could have been 30 hertz. Yeah, that's all. That's what we can say is okay, was true. So, okay, future is okay, this frame rate here is okay. We're gonna say that okay, yes. The T frame we're having is okay. 1/30 of a second. Okay. Now, if we for instance, okay, had 1,000 pulses per frame, we could maybe have said, okay, yes, the PRP would have be 1/3000 of a second. Or three milliseconds. Okay. But not your frequency of the transducer will not have been 3,000 hertz. I'm sorry, 1/3 of milliseconds. Did you guys get that? Because PRF and frequency are not related. Any questions? Okay, guys, chew a little bit on these because, well, okay, we may have, okay, a similar format of questions at the back of our chapter when we come back after lunch. Which going to be quite a bite. No, okay, not that many. So I see you guys around, should we say 12:50-ish? Is that fair enough? Okay, guys, have fun. So we can go to page number 504. Yep, okay. And it's going to be question 392. Okay. Now, what do they ask us here? So, okay, which of the following will improve a system's temporal resolution? So I guess it's okay. that we're looking for an increase or improvement in the temporal resolution. Yeah, okay. Now, one of us said increased sector size. Now, that's actually going to reduce or degrade your temporal resolution. Okay. And again, it's okay to go increased line density as well. That's going to do the same. Degrade. Okay. Now, what they say here is increase the PRF. Okay. That is going to, yes, okay, improve your frequency or temporal resolution. And we can say it's okay. The last one here is going to be increased frequency. That's going to have no effect upon your temporal resolution. Okay. Now, what they mainly mean here by is okay, increasing the PRF is decreasing the PRP, which mainly is the same as okay as decreasing depth of image. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And we say it's okay. The shallower depth of image versus deeper depth. Well, okay, yes. This is going to have a good temporal resolution. This one here will have a bad temporal resolution. Okay. But it's not directly mentioned, so that's why you had to figure, okay, yes, what would the increase of the PRF do? Okay, and please keep in mind, guys, it's okay, PRF, not the frequency. Okay, guys. Question number 393. So true or false? An ultrasound system with a longer pulse duration will generally have a better temporal resolution. Clear, okay? Now we can mainly say that, okay, this is going to be false, mainly because, okay, pulse duration is not related to the temporal resolution. Okay, don't fall for this saying it's okay, well, this is a type of time and temporal is okay as something in terms of time. Okay, what was your pulse duration? Mainly as okay over the time of the pulse. Okay, did that make sense? Okay, so the temporal resolution is mean it's okay going to be as okay. This is okay. How many pulses do we have? Okay, now then how many pulses do we have? That's okay. In you can say in a second, that's going to be as okay your PRF. Or we can also put it this way, it's okay, how much time is there between pulse and pulse? That becomes your PRP. Okay, so your PRP or PRF, that'll be related to your pulse duration, but not your pulse duration. sorry, to your temporal resolution, but not your pulse duration. Did that make sense? So these two here is okay, are not related. So things that are not related, yes, okay, you can increase this. This is not going to cause an increase or decrease in your temporal resolution. Or the other way around, even if you decrease this, okay, it's not going to cause an increase or decrease in your temporal resolution. Did you guys get that? Or more things such as, okay, as PRP or PRF will do so. Did you guys get that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the length of a pulse does not directly affect or directly influence the temporal resolution. Mainly, it's okay, just the same thing here. Okay, but here it's okay, it was spatial pulse, it was spatial pulse duration, sorry. Here, what this is, okay, pulse length, which is mainly, it's okay, just your spatial pulse length. Does not, and mainly because it does not, that's what we said here, affect what is going to be, it's okay, your temporal resolution. So it's okay, if this does not affect this, that's because it's okay. I mean, it means that, okay, these two factors here are A and B are not related. So your temporal resolution, if it's not related to your pulse duration, is also not going to be related to your spatial pulse length. Yeah, okay. The way it's okay in which, okay, as pulses may affect your temporal resolution is going to be as, okay, your line density, or we can say it's okay, pulses per frame. Yeah, okay. Well, whether that was a short pulse or a long pulse, that itself is not going to affect your temporal resolution. Did you guys get that? Yes, guys.
Yes.
Question number 395. Now, two imaging systems, okay, two imaging systems produce acoustic pulses. So we can say, so okay, we have two systems. Although not named, but okay, just two, yes, okay, make it simple. We can say, okay, A and B. Okay. Now here is okay. One system, yes, okay, we can say pulse is 0.4 microseconds. Okay. Now, since it said this, we can mean it's okay, assume that this is going to be your pulse duration. Long, and the other is just okay, 0.2 microseconds. Now, which is most likely going to produce the best temporal resolution? So is it A or B that has the best temporal resolution? Now, we already said that in the questions above, that pulse duration is not related to your temporal resolution. Clear? So that's why it's okay. It's going to be neither, or we can say it's okay here as the option given is can't be determined. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Good. Question number 396. Which two factors determines, okay, here we go. Which two factors determine your temporal resolution? Now, what do you have? Speed of sound and the depth of image. Pixel size and sector size. Okay. Focal zones and sector depth. Propagation speed and frame rate. Clear? Okay. And again, as okay, we just had this question earlier. That was going to be as okay. Speed of sound in the medium and the depth of image. Or what you could call as okay, depth of view. Clear? Okay. Guys, please. This depth here, or this distance here, that's what you want to call it. That's what you will call depth of view. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. Whereas this is what we call the field of view. Or what you also could be as okay, call the sector size. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Good. Okay, question number 397. Now what they made is okay, just ask here, which two controls determine your system's temporal resolution? And what they mean is okay, meant by is okay being controls is that are adjustable. Clear? Okay. And what were they? Depth of field or depth of view or depth of image, whichever. And the number of pulses per frame. Okay, which happens to be as okay, option number D. Okay, which says okay, depth of view, okay, good. And then okay, as pulses per frame or image. Did you guys get that? Just like in an earlier chapter we had, what were factors that determines attenuation? You remember that one? What were factors that determine attenuation? Now, I'm not going to give you guys the number. Which were the factors to determine attenuation? Don't look back in your book.
Frequency and path length.
Frequency and path length. That's okay. The other three fellows were, what were they? reflection, scattering, and absorption. What were they?
Were they processes?
They were processes, exactly, right? Okay. Don't be so scared, dear. I don't bite. Okay. So question number 98 or 398 should be more correct. And what does he say? True or false? Okay. Hallelujah. Good. And what is going to be true and false? An ultrasound system with a shorter pulse repetition period, shorter PRP, will have a better temporal resolution than a system with a higher PRP or longer PRP. Is that true? Of course it is. Because, okay, what should we take from this lower PRP here? We can say, okay, lower depth. Okay, what this lower depth is, okay, will lead to, yes, okay, is lesser. That's okay. Time for each pulse. And whatever number of pulses we have per frame, but since they have just, okay, have a shorter time to go and come back, we're going to have, okay, as a lower G frame. And a lower G frame, what does that give you? That's okay, that gives us a higher frame rate. And when the higher frame rate is greater, that's going to be, it's okay, a better temporal resolution. Clear? The remaining can say it's okay. So this have a low temp PRP, it will have a greater PRF. And likewise, this one here will have a lower PRF. Good, but 399. What a number. And what he or she says. What is the primary disadvantage of multifocaling along each scan line of a two-dimensional image? So we can mean says, okay, looking for a disadvantage of multifocusing. Is that going to lead to an improved temporal resolution? Is multifocusing going to lead to an improvement, what do you call it? Temporal resolution? No, rather vice versa. What's the other option that we have? Decreased temporal resolution, okay. And I say rather vice versa, well, okay, yes, bump. Okay, improved lateral resolution. Now, guys, you may say that, okay, yes, as we did earlier, says, okay, multifocusing is okay, what does that do? Okay, yes, that improves your lateral resolution, right? right?
Right.
Good. Let's just look at the last option. Improve longitudinal resolution. Okay, which is means okay, just an name for your exit resolution. No, not really. Okay. Now some of you maybe say, well, okay, yes, isn't it what we get out of okay, yes, multifocus and improved lateral resolution? Yeah, okay. And some of you, yes, okay, may fall for the answer, improve lateral resolution. But that's not what they're asking about, guys. If something is a yes, okay, disadvantage, having yes, okay, something being improved cannot be the disadvantage, right? Right? That would be the same as say, yes, okay, what is the disadvantage of answering more questions correct on the test? What do you get if you answer more questions direct on the correct on the test? What's going
More
to be the outcome?
points.
Huh?
More points.
More points. Is that an advantage or disadvantage?
An advantage.
Advantage. Okay. Okay. So here you go, mainly as okay, just as okay, as anything that said improved, 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 pum pum pum, out. Yeah, okay. But don't yes, okay, because you may say yes, okay, there might have been an option that says okay, degraded or yes, okay, poor or lesser lateral resolution. But then that's okay, degraded or poor lateral resolution was not a disadvantage of increasing your focal points. Rather vice versa, right? Okay. But it's okay if this person got copy and pasted, yes, okay, you can mean yes, okay, dang, 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 dang. Remove the improved ones. But what if it's not copy and pasted? Then yes, okay, you still have yes, okay, know the concepts. So yes, okay, sometimes it's just in the words. Okay, okay, guys. And we are question number 400. I want a number. Okay, guys. What is the primary advantage of just okay multiple focal zones along each scan line of a 2D images? And that's what we just said. An advantage of multifocal points is going to be as okay that we have an improved lateral resolution. Yeah, okay. It's not going to improve your lateral resolution or temporal resolution, rather vice versa. Okay, the multifocal is going to yes, okay, degrade or reduce your temporal resolution. Clear? Okay. Clear? Okay. And that's why it's okay, options B as in boy, where it says okay, a decreased temporal resolution. So again, it's okay, here since it's a decrease, that's not going to be an advantage. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
It's question number 401. Which choice will result in increased frame rate and temporal resolution? So increased frame rate and likewise is okay, and increased temporal resolution. Would a decreased propagation speed? No. Okay. That will not. Although it's okay, this is not something that we will okay be able to determine. Or it's okay, just sorry. Okay. But it's okay, decreased yes, okay, propagation speed it's okay, will lead to yes, okay, a greater T frame or frame rate, and so on. So decrease sector size now does decreasing the sector size. That increase or improve our frame rate? And so yes, okay, increase our temporal resolution. Yes, because this decrease in the sector size, lesser T frame. Lesser T frame, greater frame, and greater frame, and greater temporal resolution. Okay. Question number 402. With sector scanning, images with greater detail or spatial resolution are created when the number of acoustic pulses per degree sector is increased. Okay, good. In sector shaping, okay, in sector scanning, images with greater details. Always you can say, okay, greater spatial resolution are created when the number of acoustic pulses per degree is increased. Decrease in pulses per degree angle. Yes, that's true. Okay. Or what we actually say is okay, better spatial resolution. Resolution in terms of space. Okay. But that greater spatial resolution is going to cause a decrease in your temporal resolution. Due to, yes, okay, because that was greater number of pulses. Okay. But it's okay, you get more accurate details in terms of space in this kind of image here. Mainly, and that's okay, that's okay, realize that that's okay in chapter 15. That okay, yes, that if we have a lower line density or less number of pulses, there's going to be greater and greater gaps that needs to be, well, okay, we can say it's okay, build up by the system. Any questions? So that's okay, we can say it's okay, that higher line density in a frame. What that will lead to is words and poor resolution, but better spatial resolution. Accuracy is okay in terms of okay, the area is okay being scanned and displayed on the section. Did you guys get that? Well, let's put it this way. We have a field that I need to scan for something. Or let's say it's okay, an Easter hunt. Do you guys know what the hell that is?
Did
What's
you
an
say
Easter?
an Easter egg hunt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have a field, right? Okay. And we say, well, okay, what do we have? We have, it's okay, Easter eggs, or yes, okay, chocolate eggs or whatever. That's okay, placed in this field here. And we need to find where they are. Okay. Now the likelihood of me being able to just, okay, find those eggs is if, okay, as I send people down through that field with less and less a distance between them, right? Where, okay, I send somebody, okay, if you go here, you go here, you go here. There's going to be, okay, a large area here, and a large area here, and a large area here that they will be missing. I will not be able to scan for. Did that make sense? Okay. Question number 403. Now, ultrasound system with a 4 megahertz transducer. So we can say, okay, the transducer's frequency is 4 megahertz. Is used to image structures as deep as 15 centimeters. So depth of field is 15 centimeters. 20 images are produced every, okay, let's see. 20 images are produced each second. So what do we have? 20 images or pictures or frames per second. So that actually, that's okay, becomes our frame rate. Each requiring 100 pulses. Each frame has 100 pulses. What is the PRF? So guys, here we can mainly say, okay, this info here is irrelevant. Is that clear? So is this image here, or so is this info here. It's irrelevant. Did that make sense? The actual only info that we needed was that we had 100 pulses in each frame. Yeah, okay. Where we had 20 frames per second. Which mainly is okay, will give us pulses per second. When we multiply these two numbers, which is going to be 2000. Pulses per second, we can say, okay, the frequency of pulses is going to be 2000 hertz. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Or even if you look at it, my dear, because yes, okay, 100 pulses per frame. Okay. Then we can say it's okay, it's multiplied by 20 frames per second. So yes, okay. This time this becomes 2000. And we said, okay, this here was pulses. Where we now can just, okay, maybe it's okay, just this, what do you have left? Pulses per second. Where here is, okay, this pulses per second just becomes your PLF. And this is your number. Which says, okay, it is F, which is frequency, has to be as, okay, hertz. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, had I in the same question, okay, with the same question, yes, okay, the same data, everything. But had I asked, yes, okay, what's the time to create a frame or an image? What is the time to create a frame or an image? Maybe I said, hey, what is your chief frame? That was just at be 1/20th of a second. Because that had to be as, okay, reciprocal to your frame rate, which was frames per second, right? Okay. So guys, that's okay. Please mark this question here, okay? Question 4-3. That's a question that can be twisted and turned around and be asked in a lot of crazy different ways, okay? Did I make myself clear? All
Yeah.
clear. All clear.
Crystal.
Crystal clear, okay. Talk in terms of physics, dear.
EZT.
PZT clear, okay? Good. Let's see, 404. Okay, which of the following sector imaging systems have the best image detail if all other parameters are identical? Now, what do they mean by all other parameters are identical is depth is going to be the same. Okay, that was one parameter that determined our yes, okay, resolution, right? Okay. We can say sector shape is going to, okay, well, let's see, okay. Okay. Okay, number of focal points and so on, so on, so on. Okay. So what they mainly have given us is, okay, yes, different sector sizes with different pulse densities. So first one, what they mean is, okay, say is going to have just, okay, the best image detail. Now, best image detail, what mean is, okay, is going to be best because it's, okay, axial or, in this case, it's, okay, lateral resolution. So what do we have? 90 degrees with pulse and pulses in the frame. We have 80 degrees with 40 pulses. We can say, okay, we have 70 degrees with 84 pulses. And we have 60 degrees with 60 pulses. Yeah, okay. What we mainly can say here is, okay, our line density is going to be, okay, 0.9 degrees between each pulse. What we have here is, okay, yes, the number of sector size is greater and the number of pulses is less, so it's going to actually be half a pulse per degree angle. Here we can say, okay, well, 60 pulses and 60 degrees, so it's going to be, okay, 1 pulse per angle. Okay, where here is, okay, our angle is less, and, okay, the pulses is greater. Okay. So that means, okay, going to be, okay, 70 divided by 84, whatever that comes out to. Okay, but we can mainly say, okay, the one that ends up with, okay, as greatest number of pulses, well, it's going to be this one here. Because, okay, that's still going to be as, okay, more than 70 degrees. Yeah, okay. So it's going to be more than 1 point something. But the one with the greatest pulse density is going to be as, okay, lesser degree with greater number of pulses. Will be as, okay, have the best axial resolution, or it's okay, image detail. Did you guys get that? But it's a little weird of, okay, as numbers that they're given here. Whereas on the other hand, if we had asked, okay, which of these is going to have just, okay, the poorest image detail, of course, just okay, will be this one here. Because for each degree angle, that was only just okay, half a pulse, which means, okay, we have head to head, we'll have to have 2 degrees, and okay, for every 2 degree, there will be 1 pulse. Did you guys get that?
Yeah.
So it's just okay, well, a little bit odd math that you have to do. Divide 70 by, no, sorry, 80 divided by 70, sorry. Okay, guys. Let's see. 4 or 5. Which of the following imaging modality has the poorest temporal resolution? Now it's probably a little bit too early to say how and why, but it's going to be okay, color Doppler. Mainly, guys, okay, what we will see is okay, once we do Doppler, is that okay, this color Doppler is okay, requires more info. Okay, and what would this more info mean? More pulses or more data needs to be collected. And if you need to collect more data, that's going to take you more time, right? Did that make sense? So
Yes.
a little bit off to ask right now, but anyways, good. Which of the following imaging modality has the best temporal resolution? Okay. And that is your M mode has the best temporal resolution. And the reason for that, guys, if you remember, yes, okay, that when we chalked M mode, I said that second last paragraph, I think. I read something like, what was it? Since, something like since. Yes. Since and more ultrasound information arises from a single penetration. Now, what did I say the other day? That single penetration was. There was that single pulse along which, yes, okay, the movement of the structure up and down was being recorded, which we then, yes, okay, saw on our graph along the M mode. Did that make sense? Clear? Okay. Where, okay, had we, for instance, okay, used, had we used multiple pulses, okay, that's when you can say, okay, what will greater number of pulses do? Well, okay, I said, will give you, okay, greater spatial detail, but a lower frame rate and lower temporal resolution. So in M mode and or in pulsed wave Doppler, there's going to be one single pulse traveling back and forth. In M mode here, it's okay to follow this movement here. Yeah, okay. What is B scanning? B scanning is mainly as okay, your regular black and white imaging. Okay. But please keep in mind, guys, okay, your regular black and white imaging. More pulses. Clear, okay. Duplex imaging, yes, okay. Duplex is going to be, yes, okay. Again, it's okay, just a term that we use for Doppler modalities. Okay. Because, okay, what your regular B imaging is going to be done is, can be superimposed by color, that becomes color Doppler, color duplex. Oh, yes, okay. Those, sorry, velocities that we actually is okay, we'll be looking for is going to, yes, okay, can be displayed in a graph mode. Question 407. All of the following reduce the temporal resolution by increasing the number of pulses per image, except from. So that's okay, we have 4 factors here written. And what they mainly say is, okay, all of them, yes, okay, will reduce your temporal resolution. Clear, okay? By increasing the number of pulses. So you mainly have to look at things that, okay, yes, will degrade your temporal resolution by increasing the number of pulses. Okay, look out for them and mainly as okay, say okay. But the one that does not degrade the temporal resolution by increasing the number of pulses, that will be our answer. So what's the first one? Okay. Okay. Increasing the number of foci. Now we know that, okay, yes, increasing the number of foci leads to a degraded temporal resolution. But is that degraded in the temporal resolution also due to, yes, okay, an increased number of pulses per frame? Yes. Because what did I say? It first takes care of the shallow depth. That was one set of pulses. Then we may, it's okay, go on to the next step. Then we can say, okay, maybe it's okay, go on to the next step. So first the blue pulses, then the pink pulses, then the green pulses. Okay, so what I said that day was that we actually add first the blue, then the gray, pink, then the green. All those need to be added up, so it's going to be yes, okay. So yes, okay, of course, yes, okay. Yeah, that's going to yes, okay, increase the number of pulses. And by doing so, yes, okay, degrade your temporal resolution. Increasing the line density. Yeah, okay, now that increasing of line density, of course, that's okay. Does that degrade your temporal resolution? Yes. Does it do that by yes, okay, increasing the number of pulses in a frame? Oh, hell yeah. Did you get that? C as in cat. Increasing the field of view. Now, what did we mean by field of view? That was mean, yes, okay, just another name for your sector size. So if you increase the sector size, that increase your or that degrade your temporal resolution? Yes. But does it degrade the temporal resolution by increasing the number of pulses? Yes. So last one is increasing the depth of view. Now, as I said earlier, guys, for instance, okay, if this here was your image, sector shape in this case, yes, okay. This here is okay, was your depth of view. Whereas this here was your field of view. Does increasing your depth of view, does that increase your temporal? Okay, that's the grade. Your temporal resolution? Yes, it does. But is that decrease in the temporal resolution due to an increased number of pulses per frame? No. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Any questions? Now let's just see, maybe we just okay, squeeze in the last question. A sonographer reduced the sector size from 90 degrees to 30 degrees. This is our sector, we say it's okay, it is 90 degrees. But what he does is, okay, he reduces it down to 30 degrees. So what is going to be is, okay, you can say it's okay, reduces by 1/3. Okay. The frame rate, however, did not change. So frame rate of A is equal to frame rate of B. Which on the other hand, also that would mean that, okay, the T frame of A is equal to free T frame of B. Clear, okay. What else happened? Now what we know is the effect of decreasing the sector size is that the T frame will reduce, which is okay, the frame rate will increase. So what we mainly as okay just need to look for here is which of the factors given below is going to is okay either increase the frame rate, and by doing so, increase the T frame, and by doing so decrease the frame rate. That is our answer. So imaging depth is decreased. If you also as okay had decreased the image depth, that will actually as okay had caused a decrease in the frame rate and increase in the decrease in the T frame and increase in the frame rate. Yeah, okay, so that cannot be the one. The pulse duration is increased. Now, pulse duration has nothing to do with the number of pulses or so on. So, did that make sense? Or it's not determined as okay by as okay things as okay as once the pulse leaves or your PRP. Multifocus is turned on. Now, if you for instance, okay, you had turned on the multifocus. Okay. That would increase the T frame, reduce the frame rate. So that's the one. Okay. PRF is increased. Okay. Now PRF, if that is increased, that would mean had meant the same that okay as we have went to a shallower depth. And shallower depth would mean as okay had further decreased your T frame and further increase your frame rate. If that makes sense. Any questions? Okay, so there were a couple of questions. I say it's okay, please mark this one. 403, right? I never say things like this, but I just did it. So have fun, guys.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, I try to. Thank you very much.
Bye
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye bye.